Welcome, dear friends, to Deep Quotes Hub, the source of wisdom and inspiration. Have you ever asked yourself how you can live a more fulfilling and vibrant life? Do you sometimes feel that you need a moral boost to take you from daily routine to a more radiant and profound life? In today's video, we will journey together through 7 timeless quotes spoken by some of the greatest thinkers and philosophers throughout history. These words are not just letters, but beacons that illuminate our paths in life's journey. Get ready to receive a dose of inspiration that might change your perspective on life forever. Don't forget to subscribe to Deep Quotes Hub for more inspiring and useful content that enriches your lives. And always remember, life is too short to live it ordinarily, so let's live it extraordinarily. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Reflect with me on the depth of these words spoken by the late founder of Apple. Steve Jobs reminds us that the most precious thing we own is time, that resource which can never be recovered. How many of us spend valuable years of our lives trying to please others or follow their expectations? How many of us sacrifice our true dreams out of fear of failure or society's opinions? Jobs invites us to break free from these constraints and choose our life path for ourselves. He himself lived according to this principle, challenging traditional rules, following his passion, and leaving an indelible mark on the world of technology and creativity. Isn't it time for you to stop trying to please others and start living authentically in a way that reflects your true values and passion? Share with us in the comments a moment when you changed the course of your life and chose to be yourself, not a copy of someone else. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou's words, the great American writer and poet, carry within them a revolution against the idea of merely surviving. Angelou reminds us that life is not just breathing, eating, and drinking, but a rich experience that we must live with all our senses. Thriving means investing all our capabilities, developing ourselves, and leaving a positive impact on the world. Notice how Angelou added the elements of passion, compassion, humor, and style. These are the ingredients that transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Imagine with me a world where every person lives this way, seeking to thrive rather than just survive. Maya Angelou herself faced many challenges in her life, but she never surrendered to circumstances, instead choosing to thrive despite everything. Are you living your life to thrive or merely to survive? Share with us in the comments a moment when you felt you were thriving and living to your full potential, and let's inspire each other. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Nelson Mandela. What profound words from a man who knew the meaning of struggle and perseverance more than most. Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison and then became the president of South Africa, offers us here a valuable lesson about the nature of life and achievement. When we achieve a difficult goal, we often discover a new horizon of challenges and objectives. This might seem frustrating to some, but Mandela teaches us to see this truth with a positive perspective. Life is a continuous journey of growth and learning that never ends. Mandela did not stop at achieving freedom for himself or even for his people, but continued to climb other mountains for justice, reconciliation, and world peace. This quote reminds us to celebrate our achievements, but without losing our appetite for new challenges. Have you faced a major challenge in your life and after overcoming it, discovered new challenges? How did you deal with that? Share your experience in the comments, as your story might inspire someone else going through the same path. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. Contemplate with me the power of these words, especially when we know who said them. Helen Keller, who lost her sight and hearing at a very young age, defied all odds to become an influential writer, lecturer, and social activist. Keller presents us here with a binary vision of life. Either we plunge into it courageously, accepting risks and challenges, or we live an empty life with no meaning. What's surprising is that someone who faced such enormous physical limitations could see life as an exciting adventure. This puts many of our fears and hesitations in a completely different perspective, doesn't it? Helen Keller chose to be brave in a world that could easily have pushed her to surrender and isolation. When we feel afraid of the unknown or hesitate to take a new step, let's remember Helen Keller and how she chose adventure despite everything. What adventure do you wish to undertake but are hesitating? And what's stopping you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's encourage each other to live a more daring life. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Albert Einstein. How wonderful to listen to wisdom from a genius who changed our understanding of the universe. Einstein presents us here with an amazing life equation that combines the present and future, haste and patience. The first part of the quote invites us to live each day with intensity and depth, imagining it might be our last. This means enjoying the moment, expressing our love for those around us, reconciling with ourselves and others, and not postponing happiness or wasting time on things that don't matter. As for the second part, it reminds us of the importance of investing in learning and continuous growth, as if we have an entire eternity ahead. Einstein himself was a living example of this philosophy. He lived with inexhaustible passion and curiosity and continued learning and exploring the secrets of the universe until his last days. Do you balance these two aspects in your life? Do you enjoy the current moment while investing in your future? Share in the comments how you can apply this deep wisdom in your daily life, and let's all learn from each other's experiences. The purpose of our lives is to seek happiness. The 14th Dalai Lama. Simple words carrying deep meanings from the spiritual leader of Tibetan Buddhism. This quote might seem simple at first glance, but the Dalai Lama is not talking here about superficial happiness or passing pleasure. He's talking about a deep and lasting happiness that stems from within us. Happiness connected to contentment, inner peace, and compassion for others. In the Dalai Lama's teachings, true happiness is not in collecting material possessions or achieving external success, but in training the mind in compassion and wisdom. The Dalai Lama himself has lived a life full of challenges, from exile from his homeland to facing political persecution. Yet, he continues to radiate happiness, optimism, and kindness. He teaches us that true happiness is an inner choice that we can cultivate regardless of external circumstances. What are the sources of true happiness in your life? Do you invest your time and energy in what brings you lasting or temporary happiness? Share with us an experience that changed your perspective on happiness, and will be happy to engage with it. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great American philosopher and poet, concludes our journey today with these words that call us to creativity, leadership, and going beyond the familiar. Reflect with me on the depth of this invitation. Instead of following trodden paths and ready-made solutions, Emerson encourages us to explore the unknown and create new ways. This approach requires great courage, the courage to face ambiguity, risk failure, and learn from experiences. Emerson himself was an example of his philosophy as he challenged traditional ideas in his time and established a new intellectual movement. Also note the last part of the quote, "and leave a trail." The intention here is not just to be different for the sake of being different, but to leave a positive legacy that others can benefit from and build upon. Have you ever dared to leave the familiar path and explore a completely new one? How was that experience? And what impact do you wish to leave in the world? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's encourage each other to be makers of new paths, not just followers of old ones. We have reached together the end of our journey with these 7 inspiring quotes that invite us all to live a more fulfilling and profound life. From Steve Jobs' words about the importance of living our own lives, to Emerson's call to create new paths, these timeless wisdoms remind us that life is a precious gift that we must live with all passion, courage, and meaning. My dear viewers, the complete life is not a destination we reach, but a journey we choose to live day by day. I hope these quotes have inspired you as they have inspired me, and that you find in them what helps you face life's challenges with a new vision and an open heart. If you liked this content, don't hesitate to hit the like button and share it with your friends so everyone can benefit from these inspiring words. And if you have a favorite quote that inspires you to live fully, share it with us in the comments, as we always look forward to hearing your thoughts and experiences. Don't forget to subscribe to Deep Quotes Hub for more inspiring and useful content that enriches your lives. And always remember, life is too short to live it ordinarily, so let's live it extraordinarily.